Hi, my name is Chris Cartland, and I'm here to talk about instant runoff voting using AppScript. Everyone needs to vote on different things, whether you are a group of friends and you want to pick something that you're going to do. Maybe you work at an office and you all need to agree on something, like which snacks that you're all going to eat at some event. And there's a lot of different voting systems we can use. Since instant runoff voting is a little bit hard to do by hand, I've written a script and put that into the Google App Script gallery so that you can take this code and run your own version of this election. So we're going to run through that very quickly, and all this stuff is open sourced on GitHub at github.com/cartland/instant-runoff. So how this works is that we're going to create a form to collect responses. That way people can vote from wherever they are at home. This is really handy if it's really difficult to get a group of people together in whatever club you're part of, and they can vote from the comfort of their own home. Now, to make sure they're not voting more than once, we're going to ask them for a secret key. And this is something that you will have to distribute to all of your members in some way, and I'll leave that up to you. The rest of this is important because we are doing instant runoff voting where there are multiple responses. So rather than just voting for your favorite candidate, whatever that may be, you can vote for, well, you rank your candidates instead. So you choose which one you think you like the best, and then continue to rank as many or as few as you'd like, as long as you vote for at least one. So we'll say that our voters in this election can vote for up to 5 responses. So we'll make sure that's saved, and then go to the spreadsheet generated by this form. Great. So this form already has places for the responses. What we're going to do is make this even better by going to Tools and the Script Gallery to find a script for instant runoff voting. I wonder if someone has done this before. Oh, look. Looks like I have. So we'll install that here. And this is going to pull the script that I've written and run some setup information on my spreadsheet, and I'm authorizing it to allow it to do these things. Great. So now there are a few sheets at the bottom and a new menu at the top. This menu allows me to run a setup function, which goes through and clears all the used keys to make sure that we're fresh for a new election. And now we're going to actually go to the keys sheet to create the keys that we can then hand out to users. So we'll make some pass key and give a new pass key to every voter. Make sure they each get one, unless for some reason your election wants people to vote more than once. But the keys are also useful not just for making sure they don't vote only once, but also to make sure that they can change their vote in case they change their mind. So once we have the keys set up, we're actually able to have people vote. So we'll simulate this by me just typing in votes here for people like Alice, Bob, Carol. And that was the first person. We'll have another person with a different pass key, and they'll vote for Bob, Alice, Carol. And we'll throw a couple more responses in here just to make this interesting. This person like Bob, Carol, Alice, Mickey, Mouse. And they don't have to use all responses, but they can if they want to, and that is usually beneficial for them. So we're going to use another election here for Mickey Mouse, Carol, Alice, Bob. I want to show what happens if there's an invalid key. This is interesting because we don't want to. We want to make sure this vote doesn't count. And again for Masky 5, Alice, Bob, Mickey, Mouse, Carol. Great. So all these responses were just submitted in a form which can be done from the comfort of your own home, and the responses show up in your spreadsheet. And this looks pretty simple, but now we need to run instant runoff, and it's as easy as clicking run. The script will now go through and look at all of the candidates that you have entered and make sure that they are counted properly. What that means is making sure that each key that you enter is valid, which means it came from the keys spreadsheet that we set up first. And then it will go through to first look at the first option and determine if it can figure out a winner, which means you need to have an absolute majority of all of the votes to win. If you don't, then the candidates that are least popular are eliminated from the running, and the voters' decisions from their choice 2 and their choice 3 will then become important for determining the winner. So in this case, in round 1, you'll notice that the invalid key did not count this Mickey Mouse vote. Alice, Mickey Mouse, Bob, and Alice were the votes, but no one had an absolute majority of those 5 votes. So Mickey Mouse was the least popular, which removed that candidate from the running. And Carol in the second round was also removed because there was not a majority, or not enough votes. And it wasn't until the third round that Alice became the winner because voter number 4 voted for Alice instead of Bob. And so that was actually the swing vote that made this election meaningful. And what's really cool is that it means you can vote for a candidate that might not win because your vote will still be counted in following rounds. So you don't have to feel like your vote is going to be wasted if it's for an unpopular candidate. So great. That's instant runoff voting. All the source is easy to read, and I encourage you to go make your own voting scripts. And this saved me a lot of time when I ran my elections with my club back in college. So thanks for watching.